Principles in all shapes and sizes. I've always been a keen student of both leadership and principalship. I love being in a meeting room with principals, whether it's just 3 or 4 getting together or up to 2,000 at the plenary session of an international principals conference, as I remember in Cape Town in 2005, the very first event staged in the Cape Town International Convention Centre. You see principals of all shapes and sizes. It's that first look of a school leader that fascinates me. The unlikely short guy like me, the stern-looking sergeant major type, the proud woman in traditional wear, or even the very modern young professional. It's only when I get that first chance to witness the person in action that the principal, the master teacher, the people leader shines through with natural authority, particular context, and that leadership demeanor which is instantly recognizable. Good leadership, says Charles Handy, is like beauty. You know it when you see it, but because of its almost infinite variety and its varied contexts and personalities, it defies any precise definition. It too comes in many shapes and sizes. We have all witnessed principals who inspire through their words, others through their intellect or planning and organizational skills, and yet others, importantly, through their example. We all have our own brand of leadership, and remember that the best leaders use a mixture of styles as situations demand. There's only one way to develop your particular leadership style, and that's to add vision, technical expertise, managerial insight, or soft skills like systemic thinking, assertiveness, and attention to detail to your personality and to the daily way in which you give of yourself to your school. Sure, your school may have its hard-earned reputation and consistency, but as a principal, you bring a culture and different approaches which are unique to you. Hopefully, when your term as principal comes to an end, the school's climate will remain positive and its expectations high, but its feel will reflect the newness and personality of your successor. What connects me to a principal I serve is the understanding of what our lives are like. What it takes to have hundreds and hundreds of clients all on the premises at the same time. What it takes to be responsible for their welfare, progress, and happiness all day, every day. What it takes to lead and manage change and more change. And what it takes to keep teachers at their best, to cope with a demanding administrative load, and to have a school and all that it entails on your mind all the time. Excuse me repeating, but the more principals you get to know, to trust, to appreciate, and to visit, the more you learn about leading a school. You learn to be on the lookout for ideas, for top teachers that yours can learn from, for strategies that have been tried and tested, and for seemingly simple things, such as the creative use of venues, the streamlining of the daily feeding scheme, new resources that are making an impact, or successful non-governmental community partnerships that you could invite to start new initiatives, to promote awareness and to develop skills. Other principals' experiences also serve to warn us of the pitfalls to avoid. Don't let the other shape and size principles make you feel inferior in any way. Even with nearly 3 decades of school leadership experience, I'm often worried about how little I know. Principalship is not about knowing more than anyone. It's about showing up and listening and energizing and leading those who have their own fields of expertise. It's about building teams of experts in all shapes and sizes to work together in helping teachers and learners to realize their full potential. The best leaders are particularly open about sharing their own strengths and weaknesses with their teams, an invitation to others to step up and make a difference where it's needed most. I love the widely used school poster, which shows different shaped and sized fish. We may all be different fish, but in this school we swim together. In reflecting, let's remember that you had to put your name forward as a leader with a winning vision to become a principal, along with others in different shapes. You were sifted, shortlisted, interviewed, nominated, and appointed. Of all the sizes, they placed their hope in you, their new school star. They saw strengths in you and backed you to shape a school's success, to win over its community. Sure, many aspects of principalship are seriously tough. It's undoubtedly complex and stressful. You are responsible for every person, every day, and every activity, and you constantly deal with negativity, complaints, and ill discipline. Resources are an ongoing challenge. Administration is never ending. When things go wrong, as they do, there is criticism. You are the one in the firing line. It can be frustrating and overwhelming. Hang in there. It's the same for all principals, even the best ones. But there are real advantages to becoming a principal, like having personal agency over your daily program, like having a team to help you, even a clerk or secretary to protect and support you. You become a community leader. People seek your advice and your permission. You enjoy some flexibility in giving decisions a personal touch. You are trusted with people's confidence. You get opportunities to represent and to celebrate the achievements of your learners and teachers. And you inherit a standing which brings with it an instant respect, some power, and even a little fear. Your individuality is not a liability. It's the edge. Own it. It allows you to reach your teachers, your children, and their parents, all in different shapes and sizes.